Hi everyone, it's Olivia from Girlybunches, and in this video I'm going to show you how I crochet together motifs. Now this has come from a response to a question I was asked by Spike Mom 2003, and she asked me what was my favourite method for joining motifs together. So I hope you find this helpful, and I have covered crocheting together granny squares in a previous video, and if you haven't seen that I'll drop a link down below so you can see how I do that. But they are granny squares and these are called motifs. So a motif is a little tiny pattern that you join together to other patterns the same to make a bigger item. So this could be blankets, throws, cushion covers, even items of clothing you could work this type of thing into. And if I just put this up close, hopefully it will be able to focus. There we go. And you will see that as I've worked the pattern, I have crocheted the items together. So I haven't sewn them together, but I have worked them to join each other as part of the pattern. Crocheting together a motif looks fiddly, can be fiddly, but once you've got the knack of it, it's quite easy. So motif patterns that join together will generally have a part of the pattern that has an odd number of chain stitches incorporated into the last row. So that's being the last row. So I think there's 7 trebles there, 3 chains, 7 trebles, and then that's where those points join. And you need an odd number because you need a number, like so 1 that you crochet, a chain, a sacrificial middle one, and then another one to continue the pattern. I hope that makes sense. So you've got 1 chain there, then the third one is what you use to join, and then another one, and then you carry on with your pattern. So it could be 5 or 7, but it would be an odd number, and in this case it's 3. Okay, so the pattern I'm going to use is this motif pattern here, which I've got from Crochet Today magazine. And sorry about the flare, I don't know if that helps, but let me zoom right in. I just thought it was easier if I can zoom in. If you see here, I won't go any bigger, that there's 1 chain, 2 chains, 3 chains, and as you can see, you chain 1, you join, and then you carry on. Okay, so that's what I meant there by how you join them together. So it'll be an odd number. So you chain 1, the second chain in this case incorporates the next motif, and then there's a chain 1, and then you carry on. Whoops, with the pattern. Okay, so like I say, this has come from Crochet Today magazine, this motif, and actually if I zoom in you can see here that they've done it in different colours, which is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? I love this. But I'm just going to concentrate on showing you how to join them like this. So I have worked one of the motifs here. Let's move that out of the way. So that's one of the motifs done. Actually this is something that I'm currently working on, so it was quite good timing, the question. So I've just done it in a different yarn to make it bigger. This yarn's very thin and I don't think you'd be able to see what I was doing if I did it with that. So I've done it in this thicker cotton, and I've started the next one, and I've got as far, I've done it in a different colour so you can see me joining, and I've got as far as doing the first part of the final row. So I've done the 7 trebles there, which is that there, and I'm just going to start the next bit, which is the 3 chains, which is what's going to join the 2 motifs together. Okay, sorry about that, camera malfunction. Okay, so the first chain, simple. Okay, we've done that. So when you're sewing, if you're a sewer, you would normally put the fabrics together with the fronts, the right sides facing. But because we're working on our fabric, this is our fabric, with the front facing us, we need to put the motif that we're attaching back to back with our current work. You can tell the front because you can see this sort of type of chain edging. On the back you can't see it. Okay, so this is the back of the work and this is the front, which you can see because of this edging here. So we've done one chain. I'm going to take my motif and turn it round so the back is facing the back of the work that we're working with. Hold your yarn up, I find that this helps, so it's on the right side, and you just put your hook through and you would do a normal chain as if that motif wasn't there. Okay, that was a bit blink and you miss it, so I'm going to do that again. So we've done one chain. Let's get the camera to focus. Will it focus? Come on. There we go. You put the hook through that loop, that 3 chain loop from the first motif, as if it wasn't there. Just do a normal chain, and that is your joining chain there. So that was the second chain and that was the one that joins it, and then you just do your normal chain as the third one there. Then I'll just carry on, do that 7 trebles that the pattern calls for on the other side of that loop, and I'll show you what it looks like. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and there you can see that has joined, shuffle it around a bit, the 2 motifs together. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So the pattern I have to do is now 1 into there, 3 chains, another one, and I need 7 trebles again. Okay, so now I'm going to do my 1 chain, get some more yarn, and I'm going to look at what we've done here. So that's my front, so I need to pick it up. So that's the back. Put my hook back in, hold up my yarn, and there's a 3, and we're going to there's a 3 chain loop, sorry, and we're just going to do a normal chain as if that loop isn't there and just pull it through. She says she'll do that again. Just put it through as if that motif isn't there. 1 more, and then to carry on with the rest of the pattern. And then, like I said, that will always be an odd number because that's what will help it sit in the middle of the loop. One more, I think. Not obsessed with counting, am I? Right, and there you can see the 2 are now joined, which you have to agree is pretty simple. Well, I think it is. If I can do it, you can. So the next one, what we're going to do, well, if you were to carry on, would do another one here, and you would crochet through that loop, like the 2 together. Okay, and then that would then join a 3rd one on, so like I've done here. Let that focus. There we go. Okay, so really simple once you've seen it done, and I have to admit it took me a little while to get my head around that, but you guys are much more turned on than I am about these things, so you know, I just thought I would show you, and because I hope that helps you, Spike Mum 2003. And yeah, enjoy that, because that does open up a whole new way of crocheting. And you could just do table runners, that's a really nice thing to do, or just big motifs like this, and you just keep going. When, like, as you can see in that magazine that I've got, the yeah, colours go wild with them. I love it. And yeah, that's what they've done with this. They've made I think it was a table runner, yeah, a table runner, and you just keep going along, or you could just make that into one table mat like that. So yes, that is how I attached motifs together. A lot less ends to sew in than sewing them together, and I think gives you a very neat result and makes it lie nice and flat. So that's it for now. Any questions? Like Spike Mum 2003, she asked me a question and I come back with a nice video to show you, hopefully show you how to do it. So please, if you have any questions or need any help, do drop me a line or leave a comment down below, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.